I swore I would never return to the fan-rejected Nevermind seasons, but I don't think I can resist any longer. These designs are just begging me to give them a little life. I've already redesigned the Doom Syndicate and the other villains that appear briefly in the Nevermind show, and I've even rewritten the entire second movie. You should totally check out those videos if you haven't already. I'll put links in the description. In this rendition of redesigns, I will be doing my best to completely cut Machiavellian out of the entirety of the season. I'll be changing the characters' origins, their reasons for turning evil, and changing up their designs to be a little more worthy of the real Megamind show. Also, I forgot Dr. Donut in all my videos, so he's in here too. Thank you to the members of my Discord server for helping me brainstorm so much of this. None of this would be possible without them. I'd be brain dead. The link to our realm is in the description as well. Now, without further ado, let's begin the redesigns. Dr. Donut was an enormous burden to take on. I looked at him once and forgot he existed. He's boring, uninspired, and his origin story of falling into a vat of icing is just my poor brain. It hurts to think about. I wanted to keep his name and a bit of his concept, though, instead of completely stripping away his identity and overhauling him. I changed his origin story to be some sort of circus ninja performer turned thief. He fights with ribbons and gold rings, using his knowledge of martial arts and unique weaponry to overwhelm the police and even escape Megamind. He also makes his own costume himself because he's poor, or he's just using old circus gear, and because of that Megamind begins calling him Dr. Donut because the guy looks like a chocolate donut, and the rings remind Megamind of donuts. I'm thinking this can make the thief really angry for getting such a stupid name, and he tries to come up with some other name, but it's hopeless. He's forever known as Dr. Donut, and perhaps the shame of that name drives him away from crime. Here's the final result. I tried a more dynamic pose for him. I hope you like it. I don't remember this kid's name, probably because it's a stupid one. In the series, this kid is just handed a bunch of high-tech gadgets and told to chase down Megamind. So let's revamp that. There's one sequel to Megamind that I accept as canon, the Button of Doom. In this mini-movie, Megamind sells all his evil gadgets in favor of trying to embrace a more Metro Man-like approach to protecting the city. It backfires, and Megamind ends up tracking down all the weapons and taking him back. However, he sold a lot of things, and he even references how many evil plans and designs he never kept track of due to how many times he's attacked Metro City. He completely forgot about a giant robot he buried near the lair just because he didn't write his plans down. He also sold his dehydration gun to a kid, so I'm almost certain he'd completely forget about some of the things he sold to the public. Enter this Goblin child. Goblin Power Child somehow gets a hold of some of Megamind's tech, and Megamind doesn't remember to track it down, so the child squirrels it away and schemes and uses the tech to get what he wants. Then after a while, he becomes so spoiled and self-centered that he decides to try and take over the city himself. It would be a pretty difficult battle for Megamind, trying not to hurt this random child, yet realizing the kid poses a serious threat. I think this would lead to Roxanne beginning to document his tech for him. Here is the creature himself. What would you have done to change this kid? Destruction Worker is a direct ripoff from Destruction Worker, I think, a scrapped idea from the first Megamind movie that was later implemented into a video game. Only now, she's a woman, and I think her origin story changed a bit. In the original, she's told to destroy a giant building in a single day, then falls into toxic ooze as tools fuse to her body. But only 2 tools and a traffic cone actually fuse to her body. She certainly doesn't look like she could do much, she just has a couple of tools for hands. I decided, let's make something actually threatening. Sure, we'll keep that toxic ooze part for the classic village and origin story, but I'm gonna make her have more than just a jackhammer and a saw. I want to see bits of cranes and backhoes and tools jutting up from her skin. I want to see lifeless monster eyes as her brain grasps the final order she was given. Destroy. I changed her color palette to yellows and oranges and such, and I made her eyes shine yellow like a construction vehicle's light. I fused parts of a crane, a wrecking ball, and even an excavator's track to her body. I kept the jackhammer and littered her body with saw parts and cones, making her more monstrous. She really looks like she can do some damage now. Hugh Mouse. Yes, you heard that right. This guy was hypnotized or something to turn into a furry every time he was scared. He works in a convenience store and stocks shelves at night or something. My instant thought was turn this man into a were-rat, have another toxic ooze or accidental tech malfunction situation. Make him huge and towering, like the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. I changed his power up a little. He still turns into a rat when he's scared, but his were form is like Hulk, aggressive to protect itself. The more scared he is entering that state, the more aggressive the rat form is. The more he lashes out, the more he can't control it. Perhaps he banishes himself to the sewers like Splinter in TMNT, where he lives in a constant state of anxiety, thus kind of ruining a bunch of underground pipe systems and such. It'd make yet another fight more interesting as Megamind discovers the poor soul trapped in the rat's angered form. Perhaps he works on a cure for the dude. Here is the were-rat. I hope you like his new form. What's your favorite so far? I saw what they did to my man Megamind and just, no, absolutely not. gross. I found this art on Google by someone on DeviantArt. I don't know. I will put the name of the person in the description once I find it, and it slaps. This is the only human Megamind I will accept, and I just wanted to show that to diss on whatever this monster is. Villain Roxanne is, in my opinion, the best design out of the series. There is not a lot of great comparisons, and it still honestly kind of looks like they stole some AU fan art off of DeviantArt and called it a day. I love her eyes, but only because they look like Sith eyes. Love you all. So, because I'm changing her origin and cutting Machiavellian out of the story entirely, I'm changing the reason for her sudden change to villainy. I'm building off of the Doom Syndicate here. Perhaps they've all been defeated, and Megamind is just starting to relax when his girlfriend starts acting up. It might start out of nowhere. Suddenly she's cruel and sharp and has an urge to destroy. Now as Megamind is forced to fight the girl he loves, not knowing what's wrong with her, he begins to piece together what's wrong. And the answer lies in what she chooses to wear. Armor and a medieval dress. Ah, it's the Shadow Knight! He has returned. His haunted armor has been destroyed, leaving him formless and vulnerable. He returns now, swearing vengeance on Megamind and pitting him against his waifu. It'd take a lot of skill and a huge brain plan to keep Roxanne safe while trying to force out the shadow possessing her. Roxanne being Queen of Shadows would just look super cool too. Here's alternate Roxanne. Hope you enjoy this new idea for a Megamind fights Roxanne plot. Well, that's everyone, I hope. I'm kind of praying there's no more to redesign after this. What were your favorites of this new bunch? What might you have done differently? Please share your thoughts and critiques in the comments. I seriously enjoyed all the feedback from my Megamind video trilogy, so thank you all. I just had to show you all these amazing fan arts, by the way. Thank you to the wonderfully skilled and talented artists who spend their time and skills on making epic art of my character. Look, I'm even made out of sand. I appreciate all of you. These are stunning. Also, as a last note of the video, I might struggle for the next few weeks in making more videos. We are being kicked out of our house due to rapidly spreading and very dangerous black mold that is quickly overtaking our downstairs. It's gonna be really, really hard to get videos out, but I really hope to keep creating. I apologize if some of my videos are a little less polished, I guess, a little less high effort. I hate to do it, but sometimes it's necessary. I won't have any of my equipment. Wish me luck, you guys, and thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you all.